Hello everybody, I'm Duke James. This is Dai Viet 3.0. Just want to show something really quickly. I'm losing 23 nuggets a month. That is because of... I mentioned this before, it's commerce property. So this is definitely one of those wild swings downward that happens every once in a while. If I can find it. So commerce, I don't know why this happens, and I've asked about it, and the dev team doesn't know, as far as I'm concerned, unless they found out since I last asked, but commerce income still potentially goes negative, and then you have spending, so it's not that the profit is negative, because I get that you can lose money, you can spend more than you make, but this is the income is going negative, which theoretically should not be possible. Because you have negative income and then you have spending, which is negative, so you're reduced twice. So yeah, that'll occasionally happen, which is what happened this year and causing me to lose 22 ducats a month. So that's pretty bad. But I'm going to go ahead and dump aristocracy. Which actually gives Diplo power. I always think of aristocracy, maybe it's because it's green, but I always think of this as an admin group. But that'll refund 210 diplomatic power. Which actually gives me enough to finish off trade ideas. So that'll be an additional 1 merchant trade power. Unlocks commerce rates, which I don't think actually is needed anymore, and then global trade power plus 20%. So that should help with my trade income, and to fill that slot, I'm going to get bureaucracy ideas. Because this reduces corruption, gives a little bit of stability, increase interval reduction. I have a whole lot of admin points that are banked that I'm not really going to be able to use really anywhere because I'm not expanding anymore. And then this also gives yearly state reach, plus 0.2, a little bit of bureaucratic influence, some admin efficiency. It reduces ruler authority, increases institutional authority, gives some administration cost, negative 10%. A little bit of advisor cost, but that's not really a huge thing. Really what I like is the state reach. And then it also reduces clan power and increases maximum centralization, plus 10. It's paired up with professional, and it gives 1.5% yearly army professionalism, which actually, it's not really that bad of a thing to do, but professional requires standing army and quality. So just to pair that up, I would need 3 mill groups, which I'm not sure I'm going to do that. But I'm going to take the first couple of these. I'm not going to take this one, because my mill tech is almost... can almost take the next mill tech. I'm going to attack Lingnan. No, Liang. Lingnan doesn't exist. 25 favors with Ayutthaya, so I'll go ahead and call them in. Wait, that's a trade conflict. Actually, I have to wait for this to get up to 40, so I will be back. Okay, I should have a claim. Let me go ahead and grab a claim. It is the next year, and commerce property is still negative, so I hope this isn't something that happens the rest of the campaign, otherwise I'm kind of fucked. Yeah, I might... in that case, I might end up just giving myself money, which I don't want to do, but this is not how it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to make negative money from commerce. I'll see what happens next year. It's really only a matter of time before I, See, I suppose it's possible that because I took property that does that. In which case I might roll back before I took that property. If it's the same next year, then that's probably the case. And I'll just roll back to before I took the property. Try to. Yeah, I don't want to fight you. I've seen that in the past before, but usually it corrects itself after 1 year, so that's what I'm hoping happens. It didn't, though, so we'll see. Alright, took their capital. Go ahead and get my tributary back. Hopefully it goes back to positive. It was fine for the first couple of years. Okay, I think it did. Okay, yeah. So that was a lot of money spent for nothing. And that might happen again. But now my income's actually 6 ducats, so... Commerce property giveth, commerce property taketh. Yeah, because I make 8 ducats from the commerce property there. Eight ducats from the commerce property in that province. And both of these, they're in different trade nodes, but both of them went negative. Make 37 ducats from the commerce property in this province. So yeah, that 5 ducats that I make right now is definitely because of that commerce property. So it can be a boon, it could be a negative. That's really why I was avoiding taking it for the longest time. If I could go back, I wouldn't do it, but I'll just roll with it for now. I have to live with my decisions, for the most part. If it's like negative 100 ducats 1 year or something, that's insane, and I would not stand for that. It's actually 1431. Now I'm a little hesitant to actually do investment, because if I go negative and then commerce property goes negative, it's going to be a huge double whammy. I think if commerce property goes negative, I'm going to pay myself some ducats back. Because I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to happen. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and invest in farming. So I'm going to look at a census. Alright, our tenants are growing by 14,000, so the growth has slowed down a little bit. The residents' deaths is decreasing, so that's good. Our food is now 882. Demand is 882, so we're exactly even. Or a little bit less, actually. That stuff all looks the same-ish. Consumer goods went back up. Alright, so I'm gonna put some ducats into... I want to build irrigation. Definitely want to build irrigation up here, because that's where this province makes 68 ducats from their farmland, and this province makes 50. This is our capital. Let's see what irrigation rank 3 would cost in this province. Alright, that's a lot. Maybe if I didn't lose all that money to commerce, I would have built that. I'm gonna put 10 ducats into those 4 provinces. I think these just went positive, farmland-wise, so I'll put 10 ducats into those. Into those 3. So 20 up here, 10 down south. Wonder if that was particularly worse because of our subsistence is pretty high in this province. %42%. I'm gonna put 20, actually 30 ducats into commerce in that province. Oh yeah, I haven't looked at these at all, probably because they don't do anything. There's like one of these that actually does something. Income from vassals. I don't have vassals though, so... This one doesn't do anything. One of them does stuff. Yeah, this one does stuff to army professionalism. So I could go from -1 army professionalism a year to -0.5 army professionalism per year at the cost of 10 corruption. Which probably don't want to do that right now. I'm building a castle here. To protect my northern border. Let's grab Dali's capital. It's not a bad province, actually, right there. Since I have Ayutthaya attached, I'll take off these troops, because I don't want them to die. Put them back into my territory. Alright, it looks like we're good this year. So if that happens every 5 years, and if it was like 5 ducats a month cost, then okay, you know, it's not bad. If that happens again with like 20 ducats, I might just give myself like half of that back, something like that. Not everything. Tax relief expired. It's always good to give the peasants more income. Alright, so I'm gonna look at a peace deal. Alright, so I'm gonna have these guys. I'm gonna release Lingnan again until Liang attacks them again. Humiliate them, transfer trade power, reps ducats. That's good enough. Because I could have them release Dali, but that would be 148 dip, so that's a lot that I don't want to spend. I really want to sell territory to Xia, because Xia has a lot of money, and I want money. But, I don't want Xia to border Liang. And I'm rivaled with Liang, so I can't sell them territory. There's nobody else to sell territory to put them in between Xia and my vassal. Unless I were to do something like I sell that to Xia and I give this back to Liang. I think something like that could work. Try it. Because Xia should have thousands of ducats in their treasury. Yeah, Xia has close to 10,000 ducats, so they want these territories. I'm gonna do something like that. Let's see if this works. Take a claim on that province, and then sell province, sell that. They don't want it. Not the same religious group. You literally want it, though. They wanted it before I took it. Take it, buy it. Well, the max was 400 ducats, so that's not a whole lot. Well, okay, so then I will go ahead and do this. I will go ahead and return this to... Return that to Lingnan. And then I could sell to them. I think actually I'll establish a tributary and just give those provinces to them. And then I won't lose prestige. Grant that, grant Wu Meng. And then I want manpower. These guys will almost become my tributary. So close. It was actually at like 58 before. So I went ahead and I built troops to try and get them to want to become my tributary. Top off relations with them. Hey, they would do it. Alright, so I'm gonna establish them as a tributary state and take manpower from them. I'm going to bestow gifts for 15 ducats, decrease their liberty desire by 15%. So that's 336 from them. And as of right now, 96 from Lingnan, but that should increase. Delete those troops. Move my army down south. I now have 27 naval materials, so I can get this ship to protect trade there with the other ones. I could take monarch power from Lan Na, but it would only be 1 a year, so I'd rather have the manpower at that point. What is the, labor difference? Okay, the labor supply in this province is actually, it says 42.5. That seems high. Yeah, it's the same in this province. Okay, there's massive migration out of those provinces. Interestingly, they both have close to 500,000, so apparently if the labor supply is that high, I'm going to put more investment into these provinces. $50 ducats. Technically, I guess this is a 10-year plan, 1430 to 1440. Let's check out what we produce in terms of food. Yeah, 880, so it's actually decreasing, so if the labor supply in those provinces is that high, I'm going to go ahead and throw as much money as I can, because they produce a lot, they make a lot of money as well. If I wanted to seize farmland, there's probably some farmland around the country that is negative money. I could just select these provinces and seize farmland. If I wanted to get around taking unprofitable farmland. Let's go back to drilling there. Trade is finished. Fortification, bureaucracy. Take the printing press. Interestingly, casual literacy says Tech 21 printing press. Printing press is actually Tech 14, so I'm not sure if they upped printing press or casual literacy's tech requirement. Because it's now year 1500 or Tech 21, so maybe they want this to come spawn later. Yeah, the year has to be 1500 and admin tech 21, despite this still saying 1450. So it looks like they wanted to push everything back 50 years. But they didn't change that says printing press. Weird. I have 1400 ducats. It's September though, so I'm gonna check. I'll see next year if I have negative commerce property, otherwise I'll build irrigation ring 3 in my capital. Or should I build amenities here? I should probably build amenities actually. Apparently makes 6 ducats, so that's nice. Zia declared war upon Liang. Interesting. That is my cash cow up there, so don't take everything, Zia. That's why I wanted Zia to join those wars with me, but they wouldn't join with me in that last war because they liked them too much, but then they immediately attacked them. So they didn't like them enough not to attack them after me fighting them. I imagine they're going to take everything. Like, Liang's not going to put up much of a fight against them. If they want everything, they will take it. Alright, negative 2 ducats. What's commerce property? Okay, commerce property. See, this I understand. It's negative, but the income is not negative. This is okay. I get this, but income should not be negative. Alright, I checked this. Lingnan now gives me 216 manpower, and this Lanzhou gives me 300, so that's about 500 manpower, 500 people in my capital, 500 people deposited into my capital every year. The natural change is now 1,242 here. I think that might be why I went negative somewhat. Still make positive money here. The nobles control a lot of that farmland. I should take their stuff. Let's see how much I would get. 561 units of farmland. I don't know if there's a way, if there's a map mode for farmland profitability. Oh, there's crop labor. Is that peasant labor supply? Peasant labor supply 5.1. 8.2. I don't know what this is. 12. The labor difference in this province actually only decreased down to 38. Let's see, crop output, crop labor, luxury output, per capita wealth, per capita income, subsistence rate, metal deposits, potential farmland. Still a lot of farmland in the south. I'm gonna throw 10 more ducats in these provinces. And check the census once again, see if that did anything. Not that 10 ducats, but the ducats before. No, it did not. Demand shot up, though. Interesting. Natural change did shoot up as well, though. I think mostly from these provinces. These two provinces that I put a lot of money into. Alright, well, I'm gonna look at the provinces and then probably put some more money into farmlands to increase that and go from there. So I'm gonna end this part here and pick up the next part. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.